Welcome to the bold analysis. I want us to take a minute and head directly to Githurai, the county of Kiambu. And the county of Kiambu, there is a very interesting story I want us to pay some attention to. The video you are seeing here is, and I want us to start from this video. This video, if you remember, was the video when that was taken when William Ruto was launching the Githurai market. And during that moment, that was the day one of the 5 days Mount Kenya tour that happened 2 weeks ago. William Ruto went there, accompanied by PS Hinga, the urban and housing PS, to that place, and they launched that that market, accompanied by Kiambu governor, Kiambu county government officials. And it was a very colorful event and listed, actually reported by the media as one of the flagship projects of William Ruto. But we must also tell the voters that that was a flagship, that was a project that was started during Uhuru Kenyatta's reign. That market was supposed to be a home, the next marketing trading space for 1,200 traders in the expansive structure. And these were traders whose structures were demolished to pave way for that construction. The shocking news coming from Githurai is that 2 weeks after that market was launched, the traders are yet to occupy the space. Remember, even it was supposed, according to the plan, it was supposed to be immediately launched, they start using it the next day. Now, the reason why they have not occupied the space is what is going to shock you. Do you know that the contractor who constructed that market is yet to be paid? The contractor is yet to be paid, and it is understood that he actually he's actually sued the relevant authorities in court, challenging the occupancy of the building because of dues. I may need to be explained to, like a pre-unit child, how president would actually leave State House and drive through to Githurai to launch a project and actually signal opening of reuse of such a structure while the contractor has not been paid. You know, because there have been a lot of discussion on the pending bills in terms of what Kenya Kwanza have really shown commitment in settling pending bills. So one of the reasons why the traders are yet to occupy it is despite of the color. And we spent a lot of money, by the way. The event of launching, there is money spent there, you know. Then the contractor has not been paid. Number two, the county government is engaged in some monkey games because the traders who suffered were the victims of, the ones that were occupying that space before construction. They were promised that when the building is complete, they're going to be considered on priority to be given spaces. And after the first phase of data collection was done last year, at the time of the launching, the traders also realized that the county government started afresh the process of taking data. And I want you to listen to this trader. She's speaking in Kikuyu, but she reveals more on the issue of data collection, saying that the data can be manipulated. Listen to that here.
Traders or registered traders, walk away with your information yaku, ni modo otoi, atari mutongoria waku. Do not give information to anybody. Todo nemura menya data in this digital world today. data will be very easily compromised. Koguo mundu oka gugwitia information yaku ndugetikire kuneana information yaku utambite gu consult na nene yaku.
Now, the traders declined to participate in the second round of data collection because they are saying that it is a process that can be flawed or the data can be manipulated. And of course, he's making a lot of sense. If you follow that story, you realize that their challenge, one of their problems here is when they're collecting data in terms of the nature of your business and maybe the scale. So the only way for you to be denied an opportunity, another ground to be denied an opportunity, is the nature of business, because there is that which is also allowed in that that space. Not all the traders are allowed there, and probably there is also a matter of who and who they might give it to the shareholders first. Remember, Githurai market is not exclusively for Kikuyu. There are also other tribes that work within that space, and of course, these traders are saying the second phase of data collection. Why should data be collected? And they see it as another scheme to lock out some legitimate traders who are supposed to occupy the space. Now, there is also another question that another gentleman, another trader who is the leader there known as Nyanga has asked. He has questioned, how will the market foot the bills accruing from there? The traders share the bill accruing from that space in terms of payment of water, electricity, and Wi-Fi. You're told there is free Wi-Fi, and it has been explained mostly it's free Wi-Fi. There is nothing like free Wi-Fi. I think government will only do installation, but for you to use that Wi-Fi, you'll have to pay. So the traders they're also seeking clarification. Is it free water? Is it free electricity? Is it free Wi-Fi? And that one, even where I'm seated here, I have an answer that there is nothing like free. So the launch has emerged as another hot air. Now, the traders are feeling that this push and pull, the current trouble, escalation of registration, the new phase of registration is being done, and the county is actually engaged into some delaying tactics because the contractor has not been paid. And they fear that if they occupy it, the county knows that if it is given while the contractor is owing, is now heading to court and complaining, they might get into some other trouble. So that is why they're actually feeling like it is some hide and seek games. They are saying, according to him, what is happening is akin to bringing development but stopping residents from enjoying the full benefits. That market is yet to be occupied. That makes me remember some time when in 2017, after Uhuru Ruto, 2018, after the Uhuru Ruto, the second term, Ruto started launching projects one after the other. And the government raised questions because, of course, for him to launch those projects was just to get visibility and get opportunity to campaign. And it will happen that he will launch a road that is not even within the county, within the annual development budget. So you'll find that a lot of projects have been launched and they're not falling within the budget. And that's how some projects, and that's why I say that there are some projects that still stalled to date. Some of those projects that stalled were projects that were actually initiated, but they were not in the budget. And for all that time, they never got their way into the budget. So it is also what we've seen, that the whole act of launching was just a PR exercise. Did someone lie to the president to fix the president that program so that you get into what to do? Or did William Ruto know, but he opted to play the PR gimmick? The second one, the latter is the true, that he knew. Ruto is calling Mount Kenya blindly, and it is because of political sycophancy. It's that. It is clear that in Mount Kenya you'll wake up today without due diligence in terms of project, but will rush there, and some 2 projects are cooked here and there, then the president goes there and it is launched. without even that due diligence, because what people are interested in is about those residents of Mount Kenya really establishing contract with William Ruto. Cartels are also running rampant in government. Cartels. Starting from late payment of the contractor to the hide-and-seek games in terms of who are supposed to be the legitimate beneficiaries of the program, it points out clearly that it is about the cartels. And lastly, Mount Kenya Development Tour was simply political rally, but it didn't have tangible impact. If they will still come out and someone will then take a challenge of trying to find out others working, you realize that Ruto went there for purely politics. Thank you.